What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What episode are we on? 48. What's up, TT Tony?
Hey.
You look so fake right now. How you doing, girl?
I feel it a little bit, but I'm going to get it together.
I am. I'm tired too, girl. We had a great holiday weekend, though, right?
It was good.
It was good.
It was really fun.
I guess it was. All you had to do was show up.
Not true. I cooked.
No, I got to give it to you. Okay, you did cook.
I'm going to say I was at home cooking.
You made the macaroni salad, and that was off the chain. I got to say that.
Thank you.
And yet, it was other people's ideas to do this barbecue, and I was like, cool. I didn't realize how much work I was going to have to do. And I said, so, people was like, Toni just brought her stuff and left. She didn't help us do this, and she didn't help us do that.
No, that's not true.
But listen, we can't let that rock out. From now on, when we have get-togethers, we're going to get together. Everybody going to get their hands together and do some work. How about that? Can we do that?
That's fair.
All right, baby girl. So what's up? What's good in the news? What's good going on? A lot of good. We always talking about stuff that's bad or crazy. What's good going on?
Good news?
Yeah.
I feel like no news is good news. So I guess there's a lot of good things going on because I haven't really been seeing much.
I did. I've been seeing good stuff. Like I saw them putting up the sign the other day on up by Forsyth Park. They're going to have a community day. That's on the 18th. With the law enforcement is coming together with the community in the park. So, they're going to have food, music, and stuff like that. I guess for people to build community, get to know each other. So that's a positive thing.
No.
I
think it's a ploy. I feel like it's a political ploy.
Maybe it is, but when you think about it, as far as reconciliation or peace and understanding, that's the way you got to do it, by having conversations, interacting.
You think that's really going to be a place where people are going to be actually having real conversations?
I think it's going to be a place where people are going to be sucking up like the mayor and the councilwomen. The mayor is being sued here. Girl, I had to share that. Mayor Steve Noble, because I do not like him. And even when he was running, I was with Citizen Action, and he came and we interviewed him, and we have to vote to endorse him. I told him, I said, I'm against endorsing him. I don't think he's a good candidate. I don't think he's serious. I think he's saying what he's saying. He's being sued for making a decision concerning public easement in an uptown area for the Kingstonian. You've heard the controversy about that historic site with the Kingstonian. I guess that's this building. And a lot of really rich investors want that because they're gentrifying like they did Brooklyn. You see how it looks, right?
Yeah, it don't look like it used to.
So according to the paper, Mayor Steve Noble authorized that, and he did not have authorization to do that. So I think they said 7 people are suing him here in the city of Kingston, and they mentioned something about the Common Council, if they were aware of it.
What's the Common Council?
It's the board that they have, like a committee.
Oh, okay.
That supposedly represents accountability for the public. But a lot of them are corrupt, too. I know some of the people on it, and they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're trying to be seen with the mayor, taking pictures. And, I guess that builds their self-esteem because they say they have this position. Because I know some of the council members and some of their constituents actually tell me they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. But I had to share that because, people always sharing things that they want to share. And some things they don't want to make public. They don't make public. So I had to share that. And I said, we don't need nobody to write a story to say the mayor is corrupt.
I mean, I feel like that's just politics in general.
Absolutely.
Like if you're a politician or you're involved in politics, not unfortunately, but you are then considered corrupt. Yeah. Because I have yet to see a politician that just says everything that's on their mind, who stands firm on the beliefs that they come into office with. I have yet to see one. But
that's something to think about. And I get it as far as negotiation. I don't think you should have to compromise. I like the concept of synergizing. You get what you want. I get what I want. And I think it's a process. And I think it could happen, be a win-win for everybody. With some things, just zero tolerance. Like, no, we can't do that.
Yeah.
So, but like you say, it's politics. But anyway, so listen, Father's Day is coming up.
So excited.
Are you excited?
I don't sound excited.
You don't. I'm going to need you to cheer up some.
I am. I'm getting there. No, I am excited.
You acting like an old lady. What's up?
I'm tired.
So what you tired from?
You know what's funny? Because this is where I hear it a lot because my dad tells me all the time, you're too young to be tired. I don't want to hear that. I don't. I have 2 jobs, not including this one. And
girl, you know who you're talking
I have
to.
2 full-time jobs that I work. I also have a significant other that I have to keep
Okay.
Emotionally, I have my own personal relationships. I'm tired. I am spread thin. I am tired.
Okay, so you need to tighten up then. Let me just bring it back to you. I'm much older than you. And even at your age and older, I raised 3 kids by myself, jobs in college, full time. Plus, I had to make room for the little drug habit. I'm not glorifying that, y'all. I'm just trying to say this is how my life was, right? And a full-time job teaching where I would have to come home and grade papers. I'd be up to like 2 and 3 in the morning. This was my life for like 7 days a week.
Say you were tired?
I had more energy than you do. I was ready to turn up. I'll be like, what's up, y'all? Yeah, what's up? Don't say it was the drug, because it wasn't. It was just, it wasn't. I had to, but honestly, it's like I did these things because I was trying to make my life better and trying to take care of my kids.
So you put on a brave face, but if you didn't have to put on a brave face for your children, would you not be the same way?
No,
because I ain't got nobody to put on a brave face. I had to. I'm tired.
I had to, but I don't want to talk about it because I'm going to be interviewed, and I don't want to give it away because I've been talking about it for a minute. So I'm going to just leave that there. It's coming like real soon. But no, I did what I needed to do from what I was coming out of and what I realized what had been happening in my life, in my psyche. I made decisions in my head, and I was like, okay, if things are going to get better, number one, survival. I got to survive. I got to elevate my thinking. I said, I need to educate myself and just different things. So this is what it took, especially being single. I think I was going through divorce, one of them things. And that was a trip in its own stuff. And that was taxing me psychologically, so I didn't have time for the pity party, the tired. Yeah, I was tired, but I had to do it tired. That's just me. But y'all generation is something else. You ain't even 30 years old and talking about you tired.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Y'all something else.
I'm tired of putting a brave face on for people. That's my whole life. So
brave.
Therefore,
what brave got to do with being tired?
So I understood something. When someone like you...
something? You mean understand something? Hey, listen, we can't be having no dead space. I'm joking. I'm joking.
So, understand something.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Essentially, what I'm saying is this. My entire life, I have been masking my emotions. If I was tired, I made it seem as if I wasn't tired. I worked through it. I am now at a point where I'm not doing that no more. If I'm tired, I'm tired. And I'm going to own it, and you're going to see it. Because it's like, oh, you're not tired. You just did this. I'm tired.
Okay.
So when I say I'm tired, and you see me, and it's just like, Toni, you look run down. I am. It's honest.
Okay.
I'm not doing it no more.
And I get it. We do it different, and we're a different age. I just say, am I tired? I'm never tired. My body is tired, but Imogene is never tired. So when you ask me how I'm doing, I'll say I'm doing my good. My body trying to act up right now, and then I have to talk to that thing. So I feel what you're saying.
You and this daggone stinking thinking. I ain't having it. I'm tired.
No, I'm just, well, you know what? You got your own journey. You'll get there the way you get there. It works for me because if I, my body listen, I work out. And I missed about 3 weeks because I had hurt myself. That was 3 weeks out of the gym. And when you snooze, you really lose. And I just got back in 3 weeks ago. So all that ground that I had gained, I lost. And the struggle is real. I'm telling you, when I was in the gym yesterday, I worked with a trainer. And this little young girl ain't no joke. So when I tell you my arms is sore, my thighs is sore, and the whole time she'd be like, how you doing? I'd be like, I'm great. You know what I'm saying? And I am great. My body be saying, stop, I don't want to do this. But me, Imogene, because I know why I'm doing it and what my goal is. So I do put that mind over what really matters. That's just me. That's been my journey. That works for me.
I ain't going to sit here and lie to you.
Yeah, okay. Nope. Well, your ass look tired, but that's all right. So anyway, let me pep you up. Let's talk about something interessante. Hey, girl, what's his name?
I don't know.
Jordan. Michael B. Jordan?
Oh, my God.
So he ain't with that lady now, girl. You can have him now. They broke up.
Sad,
what's her name?
His heart is broke. I don't know that girl name.
Lori. What's her name? Lori Harvey?
I don't know that girl.
She ain't no real Harvey, but is she? I don't know. But that's her name, right? Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan.
That man heartbroken. Poor baby.
He ain't poor. He ain't hardly poor.
I know he got coin. I know he got stacks on stacks. I'm talking about his heart is broken.
I don't think it is. I think
man was in love.
But that's okay. You know how I look at it's beautiful? The rumor has it, she called it off because he wanted to get married, a 10-year age difference, right? So she wasn't ready for it. I'm glad it happened now. Yes, you know what I'm saying?
I agree, but you could have let him know in the beginning.
But that's
don't want to get married yet.
Because when we young, it's funny, when you young, sometimes we often pass a lot of opportunities, especially ladies when it comes to men.
Yes, we do.
Because we want what we think we want and what we really want and need. We have it, but we don't see the value in what we have.
Say it again.
And so she running away from it, right? And listen, it's just gonna, I don't know.
Built different. Let me tell you something. If she better catch it while she can.
Yeah, like
you're gonna meet somebody else who's absolutely spectacular.
Hey, like Kevin
and
Samuels
then turn around.
Yeah.
And then turn around and be like, I want you. He gonna be like, no.
You out here jugging and stugging. Pretty soon you kind of
jugging and stugging.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It's like, come on, we grown. It's like,
I never heard that one. Jugging and stugging. I might start using that. See, I'd be talking about some hunching and bumping.
Listen, I've been young too. To whatever. It's nothing new under the sun. What young people do, we did it in our day. You learn afterwards, but it do get to a point. I agree with Kevin Samuels. You have your fun a little bit when you learning stuff, but if you want to get serious, have a mate, have a marriage, you can't be waiting forever, especially when what's that word I said? Jugging and stugging?
Jugging and stugging.
Yeah, because after a while, the word get around, the word is out. Like, you done been around Negroes, like, I don't want to marry you.
That was not nice, what I was just
But anyway, yeah, so he gonna be all right.
That poor thing.
Something interesting, I was reading it, that they said she took it out of Future's playbook, that when you break up with somebody, you remove them. So she took all of Michael B. Jordan's pictures off her Instagram. And I want to know what you think about that, because a lot of people do say out of sight, out of mind. When you terminate a relationship, the way you get over it is to get rid of the picture or everything that was associated with the person. You know how they say out of sight, out of mind. What do you think about that?
That's bull. Because when you really love somebody, they they're engraved in your mind. A picture ain't gonna do nothing for you.
Why would you take it off? Is that part of your brand? Because the way I look at it, every experience that we have contributes to who we are.
Right.
And so if I was with somebody back in the day, which I done took off my ex, I ain't gonna lie, because I just didn't want him on there. But anyway, not for that reason. I just did because you don't get to attach to my value. That's the way I look at that. But as far as just removing him to get him off of my mind, I'm like, no, because your past helps you to grow, to become who you are. And why should you wipe out? I mean, it's her page. She can do whatever she wants to do.
She can do whatever she wants to do. But I get what you're saying. Like, why get rid of something that helped you?
You still got to deal with it. You still got to deal with
the pain from the breakup if you really cared about the person. Now, if this was just like a situation where it's just like, okay, yeah, we kicking it, whatever. And then, turn around and she don't want you no more. Yeah. And she's like, all right, whatever, now, next man, type of situation. I'm not saying that's her case. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it isn't. But if it is that type of situation, it'll be easier for you just to be like, all right, bye.
And I guess everybody processes a different way. And I get it. Out of sight, out of mind. Like, it's some people in some situations, I'm like, okay, I don't want to be around them. But that's if
they don't even.
But that's if it belong. But that's if it ended in a negative manner. By the fact that this man courted you, girl, you know what I'm saying? And I'm never going to come at nobody's worth. But come on.
He was a gentleman. Yeah. And that's the sad part. Now, how somebody would do somebody's daughter wrong and then that man be ready to string them up from somebody's tree?
Yeah.
By their ankles. Yeah. Listen, the fact that is it her father? Or
Steve?
Her stepfather?
Steve.
Yeah.
That's her stepfather.
Okay. Listen, I don't know.
Listen, you need to know this stuff.
They got the same last name. That's the reason why I asked. So, whatever.
If you had some millions, I'd get your name too if I could. How about that? Some people like to just stay pole slide, man. I don't care. Just because even my kids know. People will step up to my kids and they'll say, you got this, and my kids will be like, that ain't mine. That's my mom's. No, really.
They really do.
And I kind of like that. So just to think that just because if I marry somebody and you their daughter and you get to claim stakes to my stuff, no, partner, we ain't rolling out like that, okay? But anyway,
either way, the fact that her father or stepfather, whoever, her father figure, we'll leave it at that, was pretty much just like, he's a cool dude. Like, he's a nice, young man. I wish him nothing but the best.
Right.
That says a lot, I'm sorry, about just him and his character. The fact that he didn't sit there and dog your daughter out, no matter how much she probably did deserve it. But
wow, that wasn't why you said she deserved that.
That man is fine. He is fine.
But you have,
and he is a gentleman. Like, you know how hard that is?
Girl, you be having people fine who got special ed, who got
well, I said he's fine and a gentleman, so he know how to treat a woman, and he's still down to earth, even though he's done all these amazing things in his life.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you get it together. That's why. Like, if I was a friend, I'd be like, "What is wrong with you?"
But he's not ready
to get married. All right, well, why didn't you tell him that before?
Well, maybe they had to get acquainted, and she didn't know it was going to go. But don't worry, I'm sure it's a whole line of females that's been studying that relationship, and they going in for the kill.
They sure enough are.
So it seems like if he's that type of guy, he wants to get married, and he's situated. He got a good career, so he got money. Men don't be wanting to get married until they get it all together, right?
He just want to be loved.
Yeah, he want to be loved. Yeah. Speaking of love, I love you.
I thought she was going to say something crazy.
No, but I wish them both the best, and he going to do good. But this has been bothering me. I don't want to present this like it's gossip, right? I went to the Potter's house about a couple of months ago, and you guys know how much I listen to Bishop Jakes, right?
Yeah, we know.
He's taught me a lot, and there's some potential scandal going on with him. This is not gossip, so I'm not saying it for gossip. Like I'm saying, I'm really taking this personal. He's a great leader. He influences so many people, and what I hear is going on, it just troubles me. So the deal is Bishop Jakes' daughter, Cora Jakes Coleman, she just got divorced to some guy. She can't have kids. And there's this woman, her name is Michelle Loud, that's speaking out. The moral of the story is that Bishop Jakes' daughter, Cora Jakes Coleman, can't have kids, and she manipulated this woman into taking her child from her. Allegedly. Everything is allegedly what I'm saying here. And so now she announced this year that she was divorcing her husband. He's in a prison in Ellis County, but it's coming out. I was listening to Tonique Reviews. This is where I got it from, Tonique Reviews. He covers church people and stuff like this. His objective is to see this girl get her baby back. She went on Instagram crying, saying how Cora manipulated her. Another person came on there saying how she witnessed Cora abusing kids in her care. These are rumors as far as what's said about the character that supposedly she's gay. Allegedly, she's gay. Allegedly, her man was getting ready to leave her. And this woman got on there and said, well, Cora is not good on the eyes anyway. So the thing is, this is what the lady said. All of this is just to say, let me stay focused. So her ex-husband is sitting in a jail. He's been accused of continually sexually assaulting the little 13-year-old girl, Amari, who is one of Cora's adopted kids. She adopted that kid, and she adopted Jacob. That's the kid whose mother is crying out on Instagram saying she manipulated her and taken her kid. And so the mother started talking about it because when she learned about the husband was arrested for inappropriate sexual conduct with the daughter, she's concerned about her son in that environment.
Right.
Are you doing my kid? So the moral of it, allegedly, and from what I'm getting, this has not been reported in the Dallas Daily newspaper. And the way Cora Jakes has been institutionalized, it has a background. So as people are spewing it out, she would not be eligible to straight up adopt because of background checks. And so allegedly the narrative is that people are being bought off in Dallas to keep this story under wraps. And some of it you can't make it up because if you go on the girl's Instagram, you can see her live. I don't think people would get on YouTube and say, I witnessed this going up against Bishop Jakes if it ain't the truth. You have people coming, they said it was in his church, that they were raped by elders in the church, and the leadership tried to tell them to be quiet or escorted them out the door. So I say all this to say, not to be in the gossip in it, the reason it bothers me, because we're all human and we all make mistakes. I don't worship Bishop T.D. Jakes, but he's one of the few people that, like, the message that he preaches, like, he's on fire for God. And so it really resonates with me. And I don't expect him to be perfect. And we all will protect our children. But I am really, really shocked because I think if what's being said is true, and I guess we have a blind spot, but if what is being said is true, by now, when you have to be proactively dishing out money, trying to keep stuff under wraps, if you didn't know that you out of pocket, by the time you're doing that, that light should have came on and say, hey, I shouldn't be moving like this. So what do you think about that? We talk about taking care of yourself, but for you to just take somebody's kids because you got money, and it ain't the money on your strength, the money is on your daddy's strength. So, because I don't even see her, I don't know her, but like a lot of people do that. Like, you know, because their parents are wealthy. Your parent earned that. You didn't. Of course, they're going to bless you. But girl, you ain't no star. You just a nigga like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So what are your thoughts about that?
So
that's a lot, huh?
To address there. That's why I was just like, that was a lot. But I'm going to go with the last thing you said, because that's the part that resonated with me the most. It was essentially saying, like, it's not your money. Because your parents have money, that does not make it your money. It's your parents' money. And I grew up with that same ideal in mind of, you're broke. I have money. And if I give you money, it's because that's something I want to do. Not because you are entitled to that money. And I feel as if we've gotten away from that as a society. As far as we now have parents who want to give their kids so much because they had nothing. So it's just like, okay, I'm just going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. And then they grow up thinking like, okay, I can have whatever I want because my mom or my dad or both of my parents gave me everything. So now I'm entitled to everything.
I'm not against that because I know when I got to a place where I could do more for my sons than I could before, I've heard it from a lot of people, your kids are spoiled, you do too much for them. No, I think any parent, as you improve your economic situation, naturally you're going to try to pour into your kids to put them in a better spot.
Yeah.
So I'm not knocking that at all, you know, but the sense of entitlement, yeah, some of them.
Like I deserve it.
Yeah.
Because
but I need to steer you back because you're trying to go in general. I need you to come on this. You're trying to get away from really saying what you think about the core of what I'm saying. And I'm not going to let you do that. You're doing just like these politicians. You should run for office.
No.
No, not going to do it?
No, I'm not going to do that. But no, so we're going to go, fine, we'll go back to the beginning. The whole situation as a whole is sad.
It's hard. It's hard.
It's very sad. And it's unfortunate because
if
you want to give,
yes,
if it's true. It's unfortunate because you want to give this woman the benefit of the doubt. You want to, hope and pray that, whatever she was doing by taking these kids in, it was really coming from a good place because she saw that the children needed love and she wanted to provide them with that love. You want to believe that. But then when you hear the backstory of it and you want to believe that she didn't know anything about her ex-husband's past.
She knew he was a rapper. He was a rapper. His name was Vince, Sky Ventura or True Ventura or something like that. He was a rapper.
Right. But you want to believe that she didn't know anything about his past as far as sexually assaulting children.
And that's the strange part because the allegations are that he's accused of continually doing it. So y'all been married for 11 years. So it makes one wonder, like, come on.
Didn't they live apart?
At the end, they bought this other house. But come on, if y'all been together for 11 years and you adopted this girl, the girl is 13 years old now. Basically, she been having sex. You a mother, a woman got a thing called the hymen, that little piece of membrane inside of your past your vagina, that when a woman has sex for the first time, it breaks and it bleeds. So if you a mother with kids, either what you mean to tell me the girl ain't been a virgin since she a baby.
Well, there are other things that can break a hymen.
That's true. But by the fact, like if you a mother, I know we don't get everything, but
when there's something going on.
Yeah, you don't. Child. So when she's trying to accuse him of continually doing it, I don't believe he did it. I don't know. But I just think it's foul play. The fact that this man is sitting in a jail in another county. They had two houses. So Allegedly, he had just returned when they moved into a different house. He had the little boy Jacob. And so he was returning Jacob to Cora, dropped the kid off, went back to Ellis County where he lives, and then the police arrested him for that. So how are you arresting him? It just don't make sense. You arresting him for sexually assaulting this little girl, but yet you got the boy with him. That don't make no sense.
Make no sense. I was going to say, so
it don't make no sense.
So he was arrested on
in the middle of the night.
Sexual misconduct with the 13-year-old.
Yeah. Okay. Allegedly.
Well,
he was arrested.
Well, no, he was arrested. That's the charge that he got.
But I'm going to keep saying that word because, listen, I don't have no money. I'm a little person, so I don't want nobody coming trying to get my little few dollars, okay?
That's right. I ain't got nothing but 2 nickels to rub together. Leave me alone.
And I said what bothers me because I went to the Potter's house. I was there in, I think at the end of March, and I just wanted to go. Like I said, Bishop has blessed me a lot with his books, and just he really resonates with me. But even as I was in the building, I'm listening to the sermon. This was right after Will Smith happened, and he did this sermon called Caught. And I appreciate that. He was saying everybody's falls short. I get that. But even the people in the church, I was greeting them like, hi, how you? Everybody was all smiles, and you could see it was just a show. I get it. It's a mega church, but there was like a shallowness there, right? So I was glad I got to be there to experience it. But in my mind, I was like, I don't want no part. I don't want no part of nothing like this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just troubled because I have much respect for Bishop Jakes. You know what I'm saying?
You feel like this situation will make you lose respect for him?
Yeah, because I think he got to have a certain level of awareness to know it's foul. Because the way he moving, when you paying off allegedly, when adoptions is taking place in closed quarters with the judge that you know personally who's been in your church allegedly. Come on, you know lawyers, you know everything. Somebody gets sexually assaulted and arrested, that normally makes a blotto report in the newspaper.
Yeah.
You know, that doesn't happen, and just little different things. So yeah, he's human, but I think
but there's it's a common right and wrong situation. So it's just like, you know, your daughter has issues, Fred.
And then they put her over the children's ministry.
Right.
Maybe they did that to help her.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I get that.
But maybe this is a situation that you could have probably kept a little bit closer of an eye on. Because you know your child got issues. Like you said earlier.
Like my child got issues, right?
Listen, I'm a child with issues. Okay?
Everybody got issues. So I get it.
What I'm saying is that for a parent, when you know your child has certain things that are going on with them, why put them you wouldn't want to put them in a situation that's going to put them in harm's way, essentially, or exacerbate the issue. But at least I don't think one would.
And you can never say what you would do until you're in that situation. So I understand that. And I think it makes it difficult when you have a lot of money and a lot of power.
True.
And that happens to a lot of people. Because I heard Bishop tell the story about his wife buying a car, and he said to them, you don't know who I am. I own this. I know the owner of this place, and don't you ever treat my wife. And I get it. He was protecting his wife, but there was a level of arrogance there. Like, listen, I have made it. I will ruin you. And that, I was taken aback by that. That's the way I perceived it anyway. And I just say, yeah, we all fall short and make mistakes. But in my mind, by the fact or the alleged fact that you're going out of your way trying to cover some stuff up, by now, you got to know that that's not cool. You can still love your daughter. I done been in situations with my sons where they done made some bad moves. And I was like, I got to help them because if I don't, this is going to get bad, right?
Yeah.
And yet, it wasn't to the point where I'm trying to cover up stuff for them. You know, I'm going to support them regardless, but I had to call that thing what it is. So what do I look like working with one of my sons to cover up some dirt that they done? I'm not doing that. As a mother, I love you. I'm not doing that because that's not the right thing to do.
Right. But you're going to try to help them in a way that could possibly have the situation be less.
You try to minimize it. It's damage control. That's what's trying to be done. But it's coming out because other news outlets are picking it up and stuff ain't just making sense. And according to Tanique Reviews, y'all, on YouTube, check it out. He says the feds, he was like, they're not getting away with this. He said the feds is going to get involved with this. And I guess he reports on churches, whatever.
See, that's scary.
It is, and it have you scared to and I think the reason I mention it, not to spur gossip, because listen, everybody got stuff that go on in their family. And everybody got their stuff. We're all flawed and trying to get it together. But I think when we have a leaders, even scripture, I think in Timothy in the Bible somewhere, tells you that leaders are held to a higher standard. They're still human. And they can have a blind spot.
Right.
But when you bribing people and you paying stuff off,
you gotta know
you ain't blind. You're not blind because you got to be able to see how to cut that check. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm just sending prayers. I'm praying for Bishop Jakes and his wife and even his daughters and their family, because like, I'm not the judge. I'm a little saddened. I don't worship him, but I just feel like
when you look up to somebody, it's like watching your hero.
And he influences so many people. This is what I'm saying.
It's like watching your hero fall. It's like when you're watching a movie and the good guy dies in the end.
Yeah.
You know, it hurts. It does, because you want them to win. You want them to do so many great things. You want them to be it's been a while since I did that.
Did what?
You want them to be that person who gets everything that they're asking for or that they want to have, and then situations happen and then they fall.
And then I think too, seems like when we get leaders, the leaders we've had, either they get killed when they get so powerful or they get taken down. So a part of me is thinking, I'm like, okay, Bishop Jakes, you're at the height. I'm sure you're going to do greater things. You know, he's just a really blessed man. I don't want to believe he slept his way to the top or anything. I really believe his gift and his tenacity and his diligence got him. And I believe he's called by God. I just believe that.
Well, my advice would be to the bishop is to go into your prayer closet and pray long and hard and wait. Because at this point, you need...
Just get a girl her baby back. And, you know...
So I'm assuming that it's like a closed adoption. It can be a closed adoption because she still has connections with the child.
See, we don't know. They're trying to... And they sealed it. So they're trying to... According to... Tonique Reviews, y'all. Tonique Reviews, he a lot, but I was listening to it because, like I say, it interests me because of who's involved. But he was just going over the process of adopting in Texas. And the girl was saying she was having a hard time. If you go look her up, Michelle Loud on Instagram, it's her live. She said she was going through a hard time and she was homeless. And she knew Cora since they were little. And Cora pretended that she was going to help her. She was going to be there for her and was asking her questions like it was a counseling session, only to use this years later to get this girl's child from her. So allegedly. So they met up in this office in Texas. The judge is Judge Faith Johnson. And supposedly, allegedly, y'all, everything is allegedly that I'm saying, okay? Everything I'm talking about. I'm alleged, okay? So anyway, so they were saying there was this meeting arranged in this judge's office.
That sounds like an arbitration.
And the paper was signed where and so we don't know what she signed. But the girl was saying that, look in hindsight, she just thought Cora was trying to help her. She was telling her it was a counseling stage. All the time she was recording her on a Mac computer. So she was setting the stage to do this. So it is what it is. I'm sitting praying. Get that lady her child back. She got 4 other kids and they took a picture. She looked like she's taking care of kids. They dressed. They ain't got no scars on them. They neat and groomed. And it's just something about a mother. I felt that girl. You know, when a mother is crying out for her child like that, and allegedly the Jakes ain't responding to her. And then I read their little press release. Now you can read this on the internet. They got their little publicist to make a statement. She's like, well, it's malicious gossip. That's what it says. It's malicious. Basically, that's something about what it's. You can read it yourself. But you know, when you get your publicist to say stuff, you know, damage control. Well, whatever you make a statement.
One of your baby.
Basically, that's like denying the accusations, and just for that, that ain't gossip. That's fact. This lady is crying for her kid. You know. So, what kind of person are you if you over a children's ministry, and then they have this program called Tori for ex-offenders in Texas with Bishop is huge with that. He was going in prison, and he helps prisoners to integrate with jobs, hooks them. And that's why I'm finding this hard to believe that, and this girl, I think she's a felon or she's been to prison. So it don't make sense. I'm going to leave that alone. Sending prayers, and I'm like, God, just step in and just make it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, God is good to us, right? I know I made mistakes and I didn't get what I should have got, but I still got a consequence. And I still believe I have the love of God, So
that bothers the hell out of me.
Yeah, but that girl's something else. She ain't look all like all that to me anyway. She look crazy. I'm just saying.
Who look crazy?
Cora Jakes. Which I don't be coming after how people look, and I'm not like that. But when I'm thinking about her alleged character, and you look at her on Instagram, she calling other people babies, her babies, and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, something's wrong with you.
It's one thing to call somebody else's baby your baby. I call, my nieces and my nephew my baby, because I ain't birth them. I will gladly give them back.
Yeah.
But, they're my babies. I care for them. I love them. It's there an unconditional love that I have for them.
Yeah.
But that girl.
It's a daddy's love. It's a dad. And I don't know about that. Daddy's little girl. Speaking of which, we going into Father's Day.
I'm excited to see my daddy.
Are you?
I am.
I'm going to throw a question. Alex, you're off camera, but can I talk to you a little bit? You don't have a mic. Okay. So I'll just say it like, I know Father's Day is coming up. It doesn't really do anything for me because I don't have a father, and my father rejected me. My mom left him when she was pregnant. He was abusive, and he said I wasn't his child. So I never grew up with that, and I'm glad you did, because so I don't really know what that feels like.
Me and my dad, we didn't always have the greatest relationship.
But your daddy's little girl, right?
Oh,
I need a napkin. But so are you looking forward? I mean, I just think about it.
I am. I always look forward to seeing my dad because our relationship for a while was not great. But I was just glad that we were able to move past it and mutually being able to come and have that conversation and understand where we both were in that time and in that specific place. Can you sit down?
Oh, no, I think it's a great thing. I just often think about it, and I'm not the only one. There's a lot of females that grew up without a father, and there's a lot of guys who their father wasn't there. And Father's Day it's a secular holiday and all. I never really got into it because I just never had that. But when I do see, I know how it makes me feel. I never had a man.
How does it make you feel?
I never had a man to teach me how a girl is supposed to be treated. So on top of all the abuse I endured, maybe if I had a dad on scene, it would have been different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, for me, I never had a father to teach me how a girl is supposed to be treated by a man. And I'm sure there's a lot of ladies like that too.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's our thing. But I think about men, like I know my sons, I have 3 sons. My oldest son's father died when he was 2. And I see the impact. That was a lot, right? And then my younger 2 sons, their father just stepped out. When we divorced, bam, he just went and got another family or whatever the case may be. So I've seen the impact on my young adult men. And we're no different from any other family. And that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of men out there that got daddy issues. There's a lot of girls that's being abused and thinking more lowly of themselves than they should because they didn't have a father figure to teach it. And I don't care what nobody say, y'all. Young people, you can twerk it and back it up and showing all your body. And I don't care. It's not cool. You don't love yourself. You don't love yourself. And I believe those girls, if they had fathers on scenes, unless something happened, like, listen, ain't no man gonna encourage his daughter to go out there with a thong of a bathing suit with her booty just hanging out at the beach saying, show off your body. Would your father allow you to do that?
No. My father wouldn't allow me to do it. My uncle, I was just thinking about it. My uncles would probably, I'll be a shell of a person.
A shell of a person? He would gut you?
Gut like a fish. Gut me.
Why?
Lord, gut me,
Why?
stuff me, and put me on the kitchen counter. That's
why?
What? No, they didn't. No. No, but my family don't play
that. But that's the thing.
They don't play that.
But so I'm, and I can't help
as an adult, I can tell everybody, where they can stick their opinion.
Right.
But growing up as a child, my uncle had a problem with me wearing V-neck shirts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it showed a little bit of the cleavage. Just
look at Bow. And people going to do what they're going to do. I just think about it because, and I try to respect everybody, but when we say, what is it going to take? How do we heal? How do we make things better? Starts on the individual level. It's all about values, what you believe in.
I'm about to say, start where it began. Start at the beginning.
But if you shot up, like I'm learning from a lot of stuff. My mom did the best she could do. A lot of things I had to learn on. Life taught me a lot. So yes. I will always be healing and recovering. But I realize that my flaws, I communicate with my sons, whether it be therapy or whatever we need to do, we're trying to get it right. So when they have, my DNA has been changed. So when they have their kids, let's change that DNA.
That's right.
Let's do those double helixes. Let's change that up. Right. Let's try to get it back. I just get so upset. Women is the ones having babies, right? So I say a mother's love herself. If you ain't loving yourself, like what can you give your kid? And I don't care. Teaching your kid, they be like, oh, you got the money maker. Like if you even got that, that's what men say about women. I heard what's his name? Ari Spears. I think it was him say.
Oh,
I think it was him. If it wasn't, I'm sorry, but I think it was him. He was like, yeah, women know our weak spot because they got the cat, And I'm like, okay, that's a man. It blows my mind because if you know that's your weak spot and you're developing yourself, why not strengthen your weakness, But we'll just kind of leave that there.
That's true. That's true.
But a lot of women think
so
that
you don't need the kitty.
But and that's really not true.
It's true though. Like if you really think about it that way, because Alex looking at me like I'm crazy. So because I say make it so that you don't need it. Just if you know that's your weak spot, why not just find a way around that? Why not just sit there and be like, strengthen yourself and in your own, hone in on yourself and be like, I like it. I like it so much that I kind of fiend for it. But to get what I need to make it seem as if I don't need it. I want it. I can have it. But I don't need it. I don't need it not to get to what I actually want.
Right. And I get it. Like they always say, men think with that head, but I beg to differ because I know a lot of men that they're just not like that. They're good looking men. They're successful men. And girls is trying to throw it at them. And I've heard guys say, they be like, is you crazy? I wouldn't touch that with your stuff. I've heard guys say that before. And my point, not to demean women, but.
No, but it's true. When you say you can't be sitting here throwing your thing at everybody now.
I'm thinking about our kids, our babies, because we're going to be gone on. And if the world going to get better, and it is going to get better, I believe that. Mm-hmm. I may not be here to see, maybe I'll just be caught up in the rapture. Just come get me. And that'll be cool if I get to fly out of here on a jet. Give me a new outfit. That'll be tight with me some glitter and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You love yourself some glitter.
But, it's all about what you believe. You ground it in your belief. That gives you hope.
But with glitter coming out the back.
When we talk about it's
like a Prince video.
Our kids is going to be the one to do it. And these ladies is having these babies. And you do got to be careful who you mix with.
Absolutely.
And I speak for myself.
Control your fertility, please.
You got to. But get yourself together first. I can say it now because I was broke. My mama didn't teach me a lot of things, And what do? I already got issues. Then looking for love. I go out and get with somebody. He probably more jacked up than me. I can't get mad at him about that.
No, you can't.
Because we've evolved from this slavery and where we came from.
Right.
And so we learning as we going along. I get it. I can't get mad. I own that. So we try to do better. And I do have I feel good. Like I said, I can communicate with my kids. I can know my stuff. But these mamas, they still having babies because they got the money maker. You know what I'm saying? And so whether they go get knocked up because they just ain't thinking or they just in the moment, they having fun, he got money, whatever the case may be. Like, you got to think about this thing. You look at the status quo right now, you bringing a life into the world, you raising a kid, and you telling them they got a money maker. So they probably think, I don't need no job. Mama said I got a money maker.
Exactly. I don't have to work.
Yeah.
I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. He'll do it.
It's a crying shame.
It's disgusting. It's what it is. I'm going to say it. It's disgusting.
And these females need to tighten it up because it ain't all of that. It ain't all of that. Have some pride, have some respect about yourself. Yeah, I'm saying it. I be like holding back. I respect everybody. Like I said, I don't have my heyday too. I'm not coming at them like that. I'm coming at them from the perspective is you more than that. You so much more than that. Looking at yourself as a moneymaker, you so much more than a piece of ass.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Because that only lasts for a minute or however long it lasts. You know what I'm saying? And then what are you going to do? You just sit up, oh, it was so good. That was so good. So
please.
You keep chasing the fix. You keep chasing the fix, you know?
Please.
Is that progressing you? What value is that adding to someone's life like that?
Nothing. It actually depletes it.
It does. And then that little girl.
Who got time to be, listen, as tired as I be, I don't want to be on my back all the time, okay?
Oh, Toni, wow.
On my back, bent over, whatever the case may be. It's exhausting. I don't want to do it. That's the last thing that I want to do. I don't want to think of that as my job. Not to, diminish anybody who does sex work, because that's y'all business. That's how y'all make y'all money. That's a legitimate business, but that's y'all.
But you're in a relationship where your relationship is bigger than the physical aspect of it.
Yeah, it better be.
But that's the beautiful thing. And that's what young girls don't realize. Listen, I was young, right?
I am young, and I ain't got time for no foolishness. It's hard. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I'm going to be honest. It ain't easy out here.
It's hard out in these streets.
It's hard. It's hard out here. Okay? It is hard. And then you talking about at the end of the day, you be like, oh, well, one of these days I want to get married. Ain't nobody going to want to marry you, sis. Sorry. You used up. Stretched out.
That is a thing, especially
with
globalization. With globalization, and people can pick from everywhere, and
shoot, you better go somewhere and get somebody that need a green card, because that's the only person that's gonna love you at this point. Go on about your business now. Leave me alone.
I ain't gonna say so. I mean, they can get it together. That's the good thing about it. It's never too late to pivot and turn and to improve. And what? It's not. Why is he laughing?
Because we sit here like, listen, don't do it. Don't even wait until that point, though.
Exactly. But
don't wait to the point when you're in your 40s and your 50s and you're like, oh, well, I wish I had somebody. Sorry, Mom. I wish I had someone.
Why are you saying sorry, Mom?
Because you sitting here looking at me.
No, listen. Like, Mom, I'm good.
Yeah, that's true.
I got it going on. Like, I'm not trying to go there.
I got people ready to knock
I have no problem with getting a man, okay?
I said you got people ready to knock down your door.
And I'm not twerking and I ain't doing all of that, right? Do I twerk a little? But I be getting stuck. But I'm just saying, no, I don't. Look how he's looking.
She twerk a little bit.
No, so I'm just saying from that point.
She don't be doing it intentionally, but, she be.
For that point, it's never too late. And
No, anybody can find love regardless of what their age is. But what I'm saying is, don't sit there and be like, well, I've never been in love, or I've never been in like a real relationship. Girl, that's you. It's you. It's you.
You think?
If it's the same thing over and over and over again, you are choosing the same people over and over and over again. It's you. And you have to come out and look at you and be like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, the ladies got to turn it around for so many levels. Y'all bringing in our babies, and they're our future. And they're so confused because they're hearing us say one thing and they seeing us doing something else. And mamas, listen, y'all the doors to life. Y'all give life. And be careful who you...
Remember, you make the penis. That's why they don't like it.
Listen, we not finna go there.
It's
all
true.
I just say, I don't know. Just stop showing all your body parts, ladies. Y'all ain't gonna listen to me.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah, but think about the babies. Let's make our contribution. We can make it better. That's all I'm saying. Have a good life. Have fun. Yeah, you young. You supposed to have a life.
But control your fertility while you out there having a good life and having fun.
And it's a baby formula shirt, and eggs is like $6 a gallon. So. I mean, $6 a dozen, not a gallon.
Eggs come in gallons now? Let me go where you go.
Listen, I better go because I'm all out of control, right?
Eggs come in a gallon? I'm about to say, where you go? Because I want to go there. Because $6 sounds real good to me for a gallon.
Yeah. Well, I hope everybody enjoys their Father's Day with their fathers. And I mean, my prayer is for anybody who got daddy issues. I just pray for some kind of resolution, or people find it in their heart to go down in themselves. And if it's worth them trying to reach out to that dad, like if that dad wasn't there, a lot of people got pride. I don't never want to see him, whatever. I'm saying really, it does affect you when you don't have a dad. And for those that feel that void in their life, just consider swallowing that pride. And if your dad is still here, swallow that pride. If it's going to bring you healing, even if you never have nothing to do with him, because it does make a difference, So And everybody else, y'all enjoy the weekend, enjoy the summer, go swimming, turn up, have barbecues, have fun, okay? It's been real talking to y'all. Hey, listen, y'all watching the videos, I need you to like it, man. Come on.
And if you don't like it, tell us what you don't like. Let's have the conversation.
Yeah. All right, Bella, you thirsty? All right, guys, we out of here. Deuces in the building. Ow!
I can't. I'm not doing this. Cut
What
the camera off.
Say?
Cut the camera off.
Look at Bella. She's like this.